Hello everyone, this is a video to explain about Rishi Sunak's current travails. Rishi Sunak is the Chancellor of the Exchequer in the United Kingdom. That's the equivalent of Finance Minister in every other country. So it recently came to light that his wife, Akshata Murty, is non-domiciled in the United Kingdom for tax purposes. So even those who are resident in the UK full-time can declare another jurisdiction to be their permanent home, and therefore in the UK they only pay tax on the income they earn in the UK. Earnings in other countries are not taxed in the United Kingdom at all. In order to get this non-domiciled tax status, a person needs to pay £30,000 per annum. But that £30,000 for non-dom tax status is a pittance for someone like her, because she's got, is it £700 million worth of shares in her father's company, and she made, it was at least £11 million from that last year. So the tax on that would be a few £1 million, and you had to pay only 30,000. So people have accused Rishi Sunak of tax hypocrisy. Now, Rishi Sunak was widely tipped to succeed Boris Johnson if Boris Johnson were to fall from office, and that would seem an increasingly likely scenario, given various scandals in the Johnson administration and falling opinion poll ratings. Rishi Sunak, he recently released the budget. The United Kingdom's budget comes out the first Monday of April every year, the beginning of the financial year, and it was deeply unpopular for a number of reasons. So perhaps some civil servants in Her Majesty's Revenue Customs found out this information about Miss Murty, his wife, and leaked it to the media, but then it's been splashed all across the front pages. Now, Rishi Sunak says he knows that politics is a fractious game, but he thought this was unfair, this is underhand, he's fair game, but his wife should be off limits, and others have said, well, she's not, because obviously her husband, he shares some of that income. As you may know, her father is an Indian billionaire from IT. The various defences were offered for Akshata Murty, pointing out she's an Indian citizen, she's not a British citizen, but this is neither here nor there. There are Indian citizens resident in the UK who are not non-domiciled, and they do pay UK tax. There are British citizens who are resident in the UK, and they are non-domiciled, so citizenship is neither here nor there. She could opt to be tax resident in the United Kingdom. Now, they've caved into public pressure and announced that yes, she will become tax resident in the UK. She's still going to be a very, very wealthy woman, far, far richer than most people. And her non-domiciled tax status was particularly galling because this recent budget, it's put up some taxes, notably a thing called national insurance. When everybody earns their money, they have to pay some money called national insurance, which pays for old age pensions, disability benefit, as in money we give people to people who are disabled and cannot work, child benefit, and so forth. So that's going up, and that's highly regressive, so deeply unpopular. Because of the coronavirus situation, all the furloughs, all the bailouts and so on had to be paid for, beefing up the military in view of the Ukraine situation. Therefore, the Chancellor couldn't be spending more on popular things, and certainly had no scope to cut taxation. So Sunak's ratings are down. He was very popular in 2020, he was simply dishing out the cash. But really there was no alternative. But now it's got to be paid for, he's less popular. So were Boris Johnson to be defenestrated, it's now unlikely that Rishi Sunak would take over as Prime Minister. Of course, Rishi Sunak's reputation could improve. As Harold Wilson famously said, a week is a long time in politics. So Rishi Sunak, he was a self-made multimillionaire by the age of 30, having worked for Deutsche Bank. He met his good wife, Akshata Murty, when they're both studying at Stanford University in California. He'd taken a year out of his banking career to go and get an MBA. So he and his wife, they have a really palatial home in Yorkshire, that's in northern England. He's jokingly known as the Maharaja of Yorkshire because his constituency is Richmond in Yorkshire, previously the constituency of a Conservative Party leader, William Hague. And that constituency, Richmond, is over 99% white. The Sunak family are almost the only Indians who live there. And then they have a large and delightful home in London, which is worth at least several millions of pounds. They own other properties as well. So they have a very extensive property portfolio. Anyway, that's about Rishi Sunak, his situation. Goodbye.